What's up, guys? It's Dean Soto, and today we're going to talk about, I don't know what to do with my hands. Today we're going to talk about how Jiu-Jitsu and entrepreneurship ideas, mental ideas, will prepare you for what I believe is coming sometime in the near future. Probably should have came not too long ago, but I don't know if you want to call it economic collapse or economic downturn. It's something, and if you aren't already feeling it, you're gonna probably start feeling it soon. Looks like I have dandruff on my shirt. Look at that, freedom in 5 minutes. Yeah, thank you. Looks like I have dandruff on my shirt. Actually, this morning, I woke up, so my wife got this 9-foot, really awesome looking Christmas tree. And this is the first year that we actually did flocking on it. So it looks like there's snow and it's really pretty and everything like that. So as I was putting the tree up, I noticed that it kind of leaned a lot. So I had like a big book that I had that I propped it up so it wouldn't fall on the kids and stuff like that. And everything was looking great. Last night, the kids were putting up all the ornaments and everything's great. Oh yeah, awesome. And then this morning, my wife went to her fitness class and my son was putting up some more additional ornaments on there. And I just see the things start to move, start to tip. And I get up and I'm like, no. And I go and don't make it. It just boom, smashes on the ground. Most of the ornaments fell off. Snow all over the place, and I pick it up and I have that all over me. So that's why that looks like that. So talk about collapse. I just had a collapse today of the economy of at least my Christmas tree. So the thing that this topic is all about today, and the audio is going to be weird. I'm actually looking. So I got these. Look at this, very nice, these Rode wireless mics, but I realized I don't have anything to attach to my iPhone. And so I ordered a thing to be able to do that today. Oh, you know what? I'm wondering, actually, I think I have an adapter that would work with that. Anyway, we'll do that next time. Check that out. I do think I have an adapter that's gonna work. But you're gonna hear some echo. This is my office, and so you're going to hear some echo. Anyway, get to the point, Dean. Jiu-Jitsu and entrepreneurship. What the heck are you talking about? Jiu-Jitsu. So I've been practicing Jiu-Jitsu for about a year and a half. Then the whole event happened. And when that event happened, a lot of the Jiu-Jitsu gyms closed down. Or they had some crazy rules and stuff like that I was not going to do. And none of my kids were going to do. One gym in particular did not close their doors at all. In fact, I didn't realize it. I wish I would have, because I would have stayed there. They literally did not close at all the entire time. Had no problems whatsoever from any health issues or any government issues or anything like that. They just said, no, we're not doing it. That's that. And so for about a year, I didn't even know that gym existed. So I reached out. So up here in the hills, one of my son goes to a martial arts academy up here, and the guys from that gym came up. Man, the guys from that gym came up and did some some training up there, right? So they did some training. And so I'm thinking, dude, this is awesome. I want to be a part of it. And I paid for like a mat fee and just went up and started rolling with them. And it brought back so many memories. And it was awesome. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to join that gym down there. So I did. And pretty much half of my family did as well. So they're doing jiu-jitsu. And when I started back up again, it made me realize how it prepares you. It's very similar to entrepreneurship. With entrepreneurship and with jiu-jitsu, two things happen. One, you work muscles that you never worked before. You could go to the gym And you will still find muscle groups that you go to the gym and you're getting bulked up and stuff. I'm obviously not doing that right now. But you go and get bulked up and you go to the gym and you look great, right? But the thing with jujitsu, and see it over and over and over again, is that you use these muscle groups that you've never worked before. And it's just by nature. You have to use a lot of hip movement, a lot of legs, a lot of shoulders, arms. You're moving in ways that you really don't ever use. And so even if you've been working out, you're going to feel sore afterward in multiple areas. And what does that mean? You're using things, you're doing things that you wouldn't do if you were an employee or if you were even a CEO of a business. You're not, as a full-on entrepreneur, especially an investor, which is where I'm at right now, and a lot of the people that I hang out with are much more on the investment side, doing not just the business, but they're doing real estate and working with loans and debts and moving money around and all these different things, understanding taxes and stuff. You have to understand so many different things, and that allows you to do the second thing, which in Jiu-Jitsu, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, you will find that you have to think 2 or 3 steps ahead, always. Because one move, you move your arm and one just extend it a little bit, there are so many different things that person can do to Kimura you, or to key lock you, or to arm bar you, or to wrist lock you. And so when you're making a move, you actually need to know, okay, I'm going to push him off me, but as soon as I do that, I'm going to bring my arms back because I know he's going to try and use that as a means to hurt me, essentially, right? And you don't want that to happen, obviously. So with entrepreneurship, it's the same thing. What is happening now in the world? If you've gone to the supermarket, if you've looked at even just the food prices, what is this guy doing? There's someone calling me. If you looked even at just the food prices, someone was butt dialing me and I accidentally stopped the other video. Anyway, but you look at the food prices. So I've been looking, this is my way of seeing what's going on in the world. Is there inflation? Is there deflation? What's coming up, right? The way that I do it, I call this the cheese model, the organic cheese model of inflation, to whether things are going up or things are going down. One of the best ways to tell what the market is really doing, especially when it comes to food. Food is, lumber is good. The futures are already going up. It goes up. It went up tremendously not too long ago. It went down. It's going to go back up because of stuff that's going on in Canada. But the way that I do it is the organic cheese method of determining, I don't know what you call it, the organic cheese model, all right? Organic cheese model of determining whether inflation is actually real or not is, to me, one of the more accurate ways of going about and seeing what the heck is actually going on. So with organic food in general, my family pretty much only eats organic, what does that mean? Real. It's actual food, right? Obviously, not everyone can do that. With the amount that it's going up, obviously, it's very hard for people living paycheck to paycheck to eat real food. Like literally, a lot of people are just being malnourished as we speak, right? So anyway, the organic cheese model goes like this. So you look at how much does organic cheese cost now, and then 3 months later, 90 days later, how much did it increase? 90 days later, how much did it increase? So I was looking at the block of organic cheese that I get from our local markets, and at the beginning of 2021, it was at about $11, give or take. It was pretty close to $11, like $10.99. Now that same block of cheese, right now, is closer to $14.50 or $15. That's a big jump, right? That's huge. So that's pretty much almost like 20 to 30%. And you could say, well, that's because the market there wants to just up the price, right? Well, it's not just that market. It's the markets in the city. It's other places that have that same thing going on. And it's just a great indicator. Does that mean that the world's going to collapse right now? No, but it gives you an idea of what is happening and what is going to happen. Personally, I think that the more that you can buy maybe some long-term food, a lot of places. So I actually just bought a bunch of long-term storage food from a place. I already have some, but I bought another one, and just from the what's that called? The supply chain. They were saying it was going to be 5 to 10 extra business days. Well, it's already been 20 business days, and they have not shipped that food yet. So there's a lot of stuff that's happening. And I think personally, what's going to happen soon, or what we're already seeing, is just inflation continuing to grow to where, I don't want to say there's going to be an economic collapse. I have no idea. I honestly don't. But for me, I'm big on the fact that money, no matter what, the dollar is always going down. Always going down. And so when I make a certain amount of money, I turn that almost immediately into a physical asset. So it might be a container box, which are those skyrocketed. It might be new camera equipment. It might be food. It might be chickens, which we have out there. Might be new turkeys. Might be we just put solar panels on our container box out there. Whatever it might be, immediately taking that and putting it into the physical, because money is not real anyway. It's all debt. Putting it into the physical as much as you can, because at some point in time, that's going to be very valuable. As you know, if you look at different countries, like right now, Turkey is going through basically a hyperinflation moment. Venezuela went through a massive hyperinflation moment. The more physical items you have, and the more that you build your community, the more that you build your family and have friends and local people, the better off you are going to be when all of this stuff kind of hits the fan. Which, not being a Debbie Downer, like for me, it's a great opportunity. These are the opportunities where when you start getting things of value, like I have some camera equipment, I have things. When you start getting things that are physical and you're not hoarding money, you're able to then use that as a service or to sell it or whatever. Like my container box, when I got those originally were around $1,000. Then when I bought them, they were about $3,000, and now they're even more than that. That's what a cool investment, right? You could literally have like a 200, 300, 400, 500% increase in that investment. You get a container box, hold it for a little bit, and then move it to sell it to somebody who wants it, right? It's huge. So what's the whole point of this? Like in Jiu-Jitsu, you're always thinking of that future moment. Your future, what is going to happen? What are the possibilities? The more that you live in that, not in the scared way. Don't be scared. The fear is the worst. Everything for the last 2 years has been fear. Fear. You should be afraid of this. You should be afraid of that. None of it. There's nothing to fear. I mean, God's in control ultimately. God is always in control and is always going to provide. None of this is going to give you any security anyway. You never know what's going to happen. But to take advantage, there's a lot of opportunity that's going to happen through this. And, when you're doing jujitsu, you have those moments where you have to think, what's the other person going to do and how are they going to hurt me? But you have to think also, how am I going to get that person into a and finish them off with a submission, right? So it's the same thing. What can I do? Can I buy silver? Can I buy gold? Can I buy physical products? Can I start a new business? Start a business that will last through any type of economic downturns or anything like that. There's always opportunity, and that's the whole point of this. So Anyway, there's a ton going on right now. Definitely pay attention to what's happening. There is a lot happening in the world, and the biggest thing is to be prepared to know that, yeah, inflation's happening, possibly deflation. It's actually deflating in certain industries, and be ready. That's the biggest thing, is to know that that's happening and to be ready. And the more that you're ready and aware that stuff is happening, the better off you're going to be. And just continue to grow and to build and grow your family, grow your community, and bring everything back into the physical. That's the biggest thing. So anyway, this is Dean Soto, Freedom in 5 Minutes. Go check out freedomin5minutes.com. Go check out prosulam.com. And I will see you in the next Freedom in 5 Minutes video.